Well, hello guys, and welcome back to another episode of Specter of Torment. This is recording session number 2, and I hope to finish off the game in this session. Some things have changed. I actually have a controller for once. I'm using the Nintendo Switch Pro controller. This thing is great. But oh, it is so nice to be back. I've missed... Because I did the first 9 episodes in a single recording session, okay? But, if you notice, so far, I've only released 7 episodes. This is episode 8. So what happened to episode 8 and 9? Well, I'll get to it once we start the level. But, let's start off. We got our curio. This is the hover plume. And for some reason it says everything is a number instead of a button, but trust me, I am using a controller. The hover plume, it simply allows you to hover. This one's actually pretty useful if you get good with it. Because it can save you from instant death a lot. It's a nice item, right? Next up, we have... I'm gonna come back to this guy here, but let's stop over at Legion. What's up, Legion? Alright, let's just upgrade the hover plume, might as well, while we're thinking about it. We got this armor to break for this guy. This turns him into a dragon armor. So, sorry about the cut right there, I had to do something real quick. But he can no longer work at a gold armor without his helmet. Wait, I think I get it. You're telling me to be myself. Maybe I don't need to change who I am to fit in. Thanks, Specter Knight. From now on, I'll be more proud of my true self. Yeah, believe and you shall achieve. Oh yeah. This is the final lamp we break on this guy. And, if you may recognize this in the Hall of Fame, in the original Shovel Knight and in Plague of Shadows, that dragon head is one of the trophies on the wall. Right? Just a thing I noticed. So we can buy more armor. I am going to buy the Remnant of Risk, but I am not going to wear it. I know usually I should show this stuff off, but I really don't care to. But with that, let's head off to the Lich Yard. Yes. But, look familiar? Yeah! Am I late? Is this the night meeting? Do we get to pick our awesome powers? I want lightning. Oh, come on! Wait, did you see my righteous whip? Can I have a helmet? I'm a size large. Out now. But... yeah, get lost. But... I had my entrance moves planned and everything. It was so cool. You know, for an Order of Evil Knights, you guys are really mean. I just want it to be the main event. You haven't seen the last of the Baz. We should really get some bars for the windows. Because that's 2 windows that have been broken into now. Now, he says, I'll be back. He never comes back. That is the last we will see of Baz for the rest of the game. Of course, they're implying he comes back in Shovel Knight and Plague of Shadows. But, still. So, this is Specter Knight's turf, the Lich Yard. It's exactly what you'd expect. Weird, even though you are a Spectre, you can't kill ghosts. I know that's... oh, yeah, well, yeah, of course you can. But no. You think you'd be able to kill them, right? There's our first Red Skull. And there will be a lot of ghosts in this level. This game likes to go a little overkill with the ghosts. which, that's not really a problem. But I want to talk about the story of what happened to the original copies of episode 7 and 8 and 9. So, I recorded the first 9 episodes in a single recording session, right? But, after I recorded them, episodes 8 and 9 basically corrupted. That's not entirely what happened. It's a lot more of like what happened during E3, or during the Switch event, where I was able to salvage the audio, but nothing else. So, I lost both of those episodes. So, to remedy this, what I decided to do in my genius was I was just going to replay the entire first 7 levels and get back to this point. And that's what I did all today. It took me like an hour or 2. Make sure to get this red skull up here. It's an easy one to miss. And down in the corner, you'll see that ladder. That's important. Break the house, come down here, and you'll find a skeleton. I'm Specter Knight. Oh, wait, you're Specter Knight. Did I scare you? Jumped up and everything, just like you said. Indeed. I kept your hideout safe and sound. Only Specter Knight gets in here. Nobody else, not a soul. I love how I changed Specter Knight's voice just for that one line. Now in here we find, if this room looks familiar, that's because it is. If we come over here, we break this and find a chest. This is where the phase locket is hidden in Plague of Shadows, right? Normally there would be water down there and there'd be a skeleton up here, and I think this platform's a little tall, shorter or something. But yeah, no, this is where you find the phase locket. Interesting, right? And this is Specter Knight's room, kind of like Plague Knight's. It's a nice feature. Normally you'd get an achievement or end a feat for getting into that room, but because I already got it and during the original video, I don't get it again, right? That's not how any of this works. Is there a red skull? Yep, right down there. There's another red skull. Yeah, it does try to use the light to hide them. Here we have these new undead enemies, these zombie graveyard enemies. They can actually take a few hits, as you can see. I think this is the first time we've seen them. There's another red skull. But yeah, I think the Dread Talons outdoes them in 2 hits. We can actually test that out. Yeah, 2 hits. So it's not... Sometimes I find it easier to chip away at them than I do the armors. Why can I not hit that? Why am I having such trouble hitting this? Okay, this is bad. I don't know why I couldn't hit that. Oh, that was funny. As you saw, so we have these platforms that only appear when you step on them, but they can also, like, if something lands on them, they also appear. There's the red skull. Just with, like I've said in previous Shovel Knight playthroughs, always, in that dark room, always just take your time. Usually there's a ghost there anyways. And yeah, I just find it easier to hit and kill those guys. Here we see the bug crawling on the thing. On one of these platforms, right? The bug and the skeleton. It's a nice indicator of where they are. And we will get some more complex puzzles with them as time goes on. Okay. So yeah, you want to spring off to get that one, you want to spring off that ghost. Why am I having such trouble grabbing onto ladders? I'm not doing... It's the... Blame the controller! That was a joke, by the way. Don't blame the controller, blame the player. Or blame the controller, because why the hell not? But no, in all honesty, the Switch Pro controller is a really nice controller. I would have loved to have played this on the Switch version, but I don't own a capture card, so... That is my next investment I'm looking forward to, but... Eventually. There's our next Red Skull. Some more gold. Ugh. Wow, I was really expecting a block right there. There isn't a Red Skull in here, but money's always nice. It's not like it's that hard to get by in this game. And you can't go back up. And now we have these fires, right? You can hit them and they go out, but then they come back, right? The best way to deal with these fires? The Spider Sickle. It makes quick work of all of these. And hey, you know what that is? There's our Darkness Wisp. This is the last Darkness Wisp in the game. As you can see, our bar is now filled up. That's awesome. But yeah, look at it. The Spider Sickle just takes them all down. It's honestly why, this is one of the reasons why I think the Spider Sickle is the second best curio in the game. Now, notice how that Red Skull is different. That's very important for something we'll get to here in a little bit, but just pay attention to that. And if you're playing the game, and let's say you played the levels in a different order than I did, that skull may just be a normal Red Skull, but that skull with the hair may have showed up on a different level. That is perfectly normal. Where it shows up changes depending on the order you played all the levels in. So just keep that in mind. Right? But make sure out of every Red Skull you get, that's probably one of the most important. Right? Have I said how great this music is? I'm just listening to the music right now and I'm like, this is so great. Gosh dang it. While replaying through every level today, I was just reminded of, oh yeah, the music in this game is so awesome. This chest still has gold in it, even though this is a prequel. Yeah, we killed it. I don't remember what this guy's... I actually don't think that as of recording this, they have released the names for all the enemies in Specter of Torment. Now I can climb it. That was our... I think that was our last Red Skull. I could be wrong. This is one of the hardest platforming segments in this level. Oh crap. Hopefully you guys noticed what I was trying to do there. Couldn't get it fast enough. I really don't like this part. But this is really cool. Just don't hit one of those at the bottom. And yeah, boom, here we are, right before the boss. A surprise attack, hardly befitting the honorable warrior I had hoped to meet. Oh, the wraith yet speaks of Anna, having surrendered his own to serve as an errand boy, has I merely invite you to continue your trials at the behest of the Enchantress. Her power is unmatched, and she expects this empty, broken husk to intimidate me. Your power is untrue, but mine comes from within. Let me demonstrate. So instead of fighting the, instead of fighting Specter Knight, or even Shovel Knight, like we did in Plague of Shadows, instead we're fighting the Phantom Striker. I'm assuming they did that because they couldn't find another place to work him in. Which, you know, they find a way to work in every other, Wandering Traveler, except for Baz. Well, Baz shows up, and you tell him to screw off, and he does, but yet you don't on it actually fight him. Right? That's kind of disappointing. I kind of wish you did get to fight Baz, even though he's not a fight I really like. It would have been nice, right? And boom, there's a shitload more money. Oh, gosh. You may match me in battle, but you and your cohorts are unfit to rule this land. Your days are numbered, witch. I will roam free and see your kind vanquished to the last. So he has a grudge with the Order of No Quarter, and that's why he tests Shovel Knight in Shovel of Hope. Makes perfect sense. But yeah, that was... so, in this episode of Specter of Torment, we went to the Lich Yard and fought, that guy. Oh, gosh. The Phantom Striker. But, I hope you all enjoyed. Stay tuned for more. Until next time, peace.